Good day, folks. This is Shantae. I'm here with, my regular, schmegular, degular. But for those who are watching or going to watch on my Instagram live stream or my feed, it is Shantae's analysis today. So that's what I always focus on. So I'm just going to hit here with stuff. It's not that much. Hopefully I don't run over 30 minutes, but if I rant, if I get mad when I look at certain things, I know when I should stop myself. But I'm here with the coronavirus. So here we have it. So globally, we are at 14 million. We have reached the 14 million mark. 14 million and 49,207. In terms of the cases here in U.S., we account for a fourth. We are at 3,641,517. Hey, Keith. For terms of deaths, we had 139,175. And this is all by, I think 8:38 or 9:33 tonight. Brazil has 2 million, and 46,328 cases. India has reached their 1 million mark. They're at 1,003,832. Russia is at 758,001. I think they probably slowed down their curve. I don't know what they did. Who knows? Peru is at 345,537. South Africa, oh God. Do I have my numbers from yesterday regarding South Africa? Let's see. I do. The numbers to contrast from yesterday today. So Peru only moved up by 4,000, but South Africa is at 337,594. So that's a big contrast. That's almost 15,000 cases increase from yesterday. They was at 324,221. Yikes. Chile, I didn't see Chile in a while, but UK is at 294,000. I didn't get the chance to record Chile, but I will. Or Mexico, because I didn't see it, but these are the ones that I picked. Now for the Latin countries. Colombia is at 173,206. Yesterday, they was at 165,169. I put Ecuador on this list because I didn't know Ecuador numbers was this high. At 72,444. Panama is at 51,408. Yesterday, they was at 50,000 cases, 373. Dominican Republic is at 50,103. Yesterday, they was at 48,743. I didn't put Guatemala on here this time around. I didn't put Honduras on here this time around, but I make sure I'll put that on tomorrow. I'm pretty sure they moved up in the cases. El Salvador is at 11,207. I didn't put that on my list yesterday. I usually try to keep the same algorithm, try to keep the rhythms, but I like to switch it up every now and then, or add some, or don't add some, but I'll make sure I be consistent. To the African nations, Nigeria is at 35,454. Yesterday, they was at 34,805. So that is where they were. That's exactly where they were. Ghana is at 26,572. Yesterday, they didn't move up that much. They was at 26,125. So there's about 400 cases. Cameroon is at 16,000 151, and it's the same. Kenya is at 12,062. Yesterday there was at 11,673, so that's pretty much a steep jump. Senegal today is at 8,544. Yesterday there was at 8,481, and Gambia is in the 70s, probably 79,000. Not 79,000, 79 cases, because Gambia has the least amount of cases. Yesterday was at 74. I believe today was at 79 or 80. I didn't catch that number. Now on to the West Indies. Haiti is at 6,948. Yesterday it was at 6,902. Excuse me. I'm a little tongue-tied. Had a little something to drink too. Jamaica, 768. Oh God, 768. Yesterday they was at 763. Guyana moved up about 5 cases. They were at 315 yesterday. Today at 320. Trinidad moved up 3 cases. Yesterday was at 133. Today they're at 136. Bahamas is at 129. Yesterday they was at 124. Barbados is still at 104. Antigua moved up 2 cases. Yesterday was at 76. Today they're at 70. No, yesterday was at 74. Today at 76. Excuse me. Belize is at 40 cases. Yesterday they were at 40. Excuse me. There we go. St. Vincent's at 35. They still at 35. Grenada's cases are the same. St. Lucia moved up by 1 case. They're at 23. Dominica at 18. And St. Kitts still at 17. Now, and on to the states. I don't know. I should have turned my damn notifications off. But, okay. There we go. You guys got me. All right. New York, 410,254 cases. Yesterday, we was at 409. California, oh God, look at California, man. California. Yesterday, they was at 364,000. Today, they at 372. They are not too far off from New York. I honestly, and I don't want to sound like a doomsday, I won't be surprised that California will surpass New York. As our cases begin to flatten, and as things are reopening, but in very small capacity, from 25 to 50% capacity, California cases are rising because they all open up at full capacity. And California is much bigger than New York. Their population is double the amount of New York. New York's population, the state, is 19 million. California is 40 million people. I'm just saying. Florida, 327,233. Yesterday they were at 315,762. So they went up about 12,000 cases. I'm not shocked. Florida's on that same trajectory. They might be third to New York pretty soon, because California's going to surpass New York. I'm pretty sure. I'm for certain. And that's my hypothesis. And California may surpass New York within about a month. Texas is at 320,792. Yesterday they were at 310 and 154. New Jersey is still sitting at 178. They just moved up about 50-something cases. Their cases are starting to flatten, because they were starting to rise at first, but they starting to flatten. Arizona is at 138,561. Yesterday, they were at 134,669. So they moved up about like 4,000 cases. Georgia is at 124,267. So they moved up about 4,000 cases. I'm going to get to Brian Kemp's lawsuit against Keisha Lance Bottoms. So I'm going to cover that, and I'm going to probably rant a little bit. North Carolina is at 95,745. Yesterday it was at 93,769. And Louisiana is at 88,700. Yesterday it was at 86,526. In terms of counties, LA is at 147,678. Cook County is at 97,214. Maricopa, Arizona is at 88,954. Miami-Dade County is at 75,425. And Queens is at 66,073. So a month ago, I believe, or like almost 2 months ago, Queens had the highest cases out of the 50 counties in the United States. Since the spikes in the West and the Sun Belt states south of New York and the rest of the northeastern states, LA has become one of the hot spots in COVID. So LA, Cook County is still up there. I don't know why Cook County is still up there in Illinois. I thought they flattened their curve. But Maricopa, Arizona, and Miami-Dade County is deemed the epicenter of COVID-19. Most of the northeastern states have seen decreases in their cases, with an exception of Delaware and Pennsylvania. Every other northeastern state, from New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, and even some of the mid-Atlantic states like Maryland have seen decreases in their cases. But of course, Pennsylvania and Delaware is not as bad as the south of us, which is Florida, Texas, and Georgia in particularly, and even I could put South Carolina on there, which I didn't put their numbers down, and LA. Today, I believe the governor of Oregon kind of scaled back on some COVID. Reopening is due to COVID-19 rises in cases in Oregon, because Oregon is seeing some rises too. So the whole notion of, the denial from the Republicans is just complete damn insanity. Like, complete insanity. And Trump, speaking of him, who was the main denier of all of this, according to an article in The Hill, I have the article. Where is it? Let's see. Is it on my bed? Hold on for a second. So there we have it. Alrighty. So according to The Hill, Mr. Trump is not issuing a mask order. Aren't we surprised all? So this is his expert of his interview that's supposed to air on Fox News on Sunday. Of course, where else he will go. Trump said in an interview with Chris Wallace, is supposed to air this Sunday, "I want people to have a certain freedom, and I don't believe in that. No. Don't believe in face coverings." But he's a believer in masks. That doesn't make sense. Let me get into this. More of his quotes. "I don't agree with the statement that if everyone wear a mask, everything disappears," Trump says. When Chris Wallace referred to the director of the CDC, which is Dr. Redingfield, saying that the country can get the spread of coronavirus under control within 4 to 6 weeks by the Americans wearing their masks. So that's within a month and a half. If all Americans are mandated to wear a face covering, mandatory, that includes the stores and the streets and everything, coronavirus would be under control and there will be less asymptomatic people, right? But of course, the leader of the free world said no. Said no. He refused. And then he goes on to say that Dr. Anthony Fauci said don't wear a mask, or Surgeon General, terrific guy, which is Jerome Adams, the black dude who, referred to Hispanic grandmothers as abuelas and say drugs and stuff that don't do drugs, all kinds of stupid shit, said don't wear a mask. All of a sudden, everybody got to wear a mask. So let me clarify that. The scientists said, including Fauci, don't wear a mask at first because they thought that people like us cannot spread the virus like that through droplets in our mouths. The masks were reserved for our healthcare professionals because there were not enough masks. When Trump was asked to invoke the Defense Production Act, he refused. And then he said and blamed hospitals, saying how they hoard all the masks, which that's bullshit. Everybody knows that. You don't have to be a political nerd or economics nerd or accounting nerd or just a nerd all around to know that what Trump said, it's bullshit. So there you have it, folks. Trump is full of shit. And as he continued, as you know, masks can cause problems too. With that being said, I am a believer in masks and I think masks are good. The CDC, he'll clarify, they said back in April, we recommended that the use of masks is to prevent the spread of coronavirus after evidence show that patients are showing symptoms could still spread COVID. Or not showing symptoms and still can spread COVID. That's called asymptomatic people. Asymptomatic people don't have symptoms, but they can still spread it to 2 additional people. I had a classmate last week that went to an event because he took all the proper measures, went to a large gathering. There was somebody in that clique that was asymptomatic that probably did not have COVID, or if they did, they had antibodies, whatever it was. He's been sick since. Luckily, his wife and his child did not catch COVID-19 from him. Because they probably would have all been sick and probably would have died. But thank God he's fighting to live another day. I am going to DM him hopefully today. Hopefully won't forget. I got to learn how to check on people. That's what COVID is teaching me. To check on people that I love dearly. And I probably got to check on a lot of people. But anyway. So this mother said that, I won't mandate because he wants people to have his freedom. He's talking to his base. He's obviously talking to his base. He's talking to his whole entire stupid, illiterate, uneducated white base. And probably some of the educated ones that's just racist and ignorant. Walking around here, because some of them that live around me, walking around here act like they don't have to wear their mask. Don't come near me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me at all. Because I don't want to be touched. I don't want you not even 6 feet near me. Like, masks are important. They slow the spread and flatten the curve. If the whole country had a mandate, first of all, the whole country had a mandate stay-at-home order, national stay-at-home order, a national mask cover, we wouldn't have 3.6 million cases. We wouldn't rank number 26 of testing in the country. We wouldn't have, as of today, 75,000 cases reported for COVID-19. Over 75,000 cases in a single day. We went from 3.5 last night to almost damn near 3.7 million cases as of tonight. Let's read these numbers off again. 14 million and 49 cases and 207 cases. Yesterday we was at 3.5 and 70 cases and 37. Today we had 3.6 cases. So 3,441,417. That is a big significant number. That is almost a million cases over. 75,000 new cases reported today in a single day. Thanks to the Sun Belt states who has fucked up the process. Florida, Georgia, Texas. I want to say California, even though Gavin Newsom tried, but I'm very disappointed in him too. But those 3 southern states. Oh, I'll put Arizona on that shit too, because I can't stand Mike Ducey, Doug Ducey, whatever his fucking name is. Him too. Because he didn't put a mandate on the mask order either. So. But the Republicans, sure enough, is denying it. And not just, Trump, but what's his face? Mitch McConnell don't want to put up a new bill. He wants to put a new bullshit ass bill, but don't want to extend the unemployment benefits. That it's a good kicker for people that make less. See, I'm fortunate, even though I am on unemployment, but my unemployment is almost close to what I made. Almost damn near close to what I made. Versus people who gets only $100 or $200 a week from their unemployment because due to how much they paid, how much they got paid. That $600 help everyone, even the ones that get good unemployment insurances, like myself. The fact that they want to shut this shit down and people are facing evictions, people are getting evicted and not supposed to get evicted, it's insane. It's insane. It's crazy. Crazy. That's how I tell people, follow up. Even if it's 10 minutes of your damn day, follow up on what's going on in the news. Follow up what's going on with these goddamn Republicans. And for those who live in Republican states, I pray for you guys that have Republican Congress people, because Lord Jesus. And as of New York, because about to wrap up on this COVID business. As of July 20th, according to Andrew Cuomo's page, Andrew Cuomo has announced that New York City will enter phase 4. However, phase 4 will consist of what not to include indoor activities in malls, restaurants, cultural institutions at this point. So I'm assuming that's museums. I'm assuming that's, of course, restaurants, malls, because New York is a dense area. New York City is a dense area. We were hit the hardest with COVID-19. Queens was the true epicenter of it because that borough was hit because of the airports. The 2 major airports. That it was a lot of European travel from France, Spain, and Spain, and Italy, because those are people that come to New York to do a lot of sightseeing. So they were probably asymptomatic and did not know them damn selves. So that is exactly why what Andrew Cuomo and even Bill de Blasio, what they're doing for the city, it makes sense. It makes absolute sense. So that's where we are in terms of COVID-19 and our reopening phases. So I'm moving right along. As those who know, according to CNN Politics, RBG, Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg has announced that she has a cancer reoccurrence and she will still remain on the Supreme Court. She is undergoing chemo to treatment for the recurrence of the cancer. Now, I say this because, to me, I think she's one of the badass women on the Supreme Court. Somebody said something that knocked her, try to knock her down and try to discredit her cancer. Listen, because of her is the reason why healthcare saved, DACA, the the LGBT civil rights. List goes on and on. She opposed the abortion thing. She's the real liberal on the courts versus the other ones. And not to knock them, but she's the real OG. She the OG. She almost 90 years old. She beat cancer the first time. She could beat cancer again. Read your Bible, or those read or pray, sage, whatever, and let's all wish the best for our RBG because she's bad. And we need that seat because this election, it's up to the courts. And we don't want Donald Trump to put another third justice on there. We want Biden to put 3 justices on there. We want him to, when our RBG retires, we want Clarence Thomas to get the off. And even Chief Justice Roberts to get the off. And maybe impeach Kavanaugh. Because he's a sexual assaulter on the Supreme Court. Get him and Clarence Thomas, the sexual assaulters, off the Supreme Court and retire RBG. No, waiting for her to retire. And Justice Roberts off the damn courts. Period. End of discussion. Now, on to Brian Kemp. So, according to ABC News, Brian Kemp's office has sued the mayor of Atlanta, which is Keisha Lance Bottoms. I'm not surprised. His office filed a lawsuit against the mayor of Atlanta, and he also included city council members as defendants. In his statement, he said this lawsuit is on the behalf of the Atlanta business owners and their hardworking employees who are struggling to survive during these difficult times, Kemp said in a statement. These men and women are doing their very best to put food on the table for their families while local elected officials shutter businesses and undermine economic growth. We will fight to stop these reckless actions and put people over pandemic politics. And the AG, which is Chris Carr, said, because that's the office where the lawsuit was filed, said that they do urge people to wear their mask. He's basically undermining her executive mask order for the people in the city of Atlanta to wear, which I'm like, duh, she's saving lives. And he said it's about the rule of law, and you cannot continue to unknowingly enter order or unenforceable and void. So basically the mask order is unenforceable. So basically this lawsuit, like I said, comes over the heels of her executive order, which she mandate a mask covering for the people in the city of Atlanta and to avoid going into large crowds, basically act the social distancing. So, you know what I'm about to say, because he's stupid. This makes no sense. This shit is dumb. It's a global pandemic. You would want to urge the people as a governor for your folks to wear their mask, and you want people to just fall out and die. Georgia already has 124,000 cases and over 3,000 deaths. You want to continue that trajectory? You want to be on the Florida and Texas ring? Then be my guest. Go ahead. By all means necessary. But Lance Bottoms said this in a tweet, though. She hit him, clap back. What did she say? 3,104 Georgians have died, and my family and I are amongst the 106,000, that was like yesterday, who tested positive for COVID-19. Meanwhile, I have been sued by the governor of Georgia for a mask mandate. A better use of taxpayers' money would be to expand testing and contact tracing. Hashtag Atlanta Strong. But she appeared on on my governor's briefing, Andrew Cuomo's briefing, I think Monday, and he is sending her help, sending her contact tracers, Bloomberg's people, and also testing supplies, so she won't be at a standstill. She won't have to rely on Brian Kemp, who is suing her. He probably mad because she getting help from Governor Cuomo and not his stupid ass. He's stupid. What do you expect? I don't know who the level of stupid. DeSantis, Kemp. Abbott, Ducey, the governor of Oklahoma who has COVID-19, or the one from South Dakota, the stupid chick. They all 6 of them are stupid. Stupid. Just saying. They're leading their people to death. They're having big rallies with no mask and no social distancing and hugging like jackasses. I'm just saying. But this is stupid. This is so dumb that he might cancel this mask order after he found out there's 124,000 cases of COVID-19 and it's going to rise. When Georgia hits their highest recorded number of COVID cases, he probably going to want to drop that lawsuit. I don't blame him. He should. He really should. Because that's how stupid he is. Just stupid. But in terms of justice in America, we all know that Breonna Taylor's killers are still on the goddamn loose. They still living their best lives, taking pictures on the beach with their girlfriends and shit and their friends. And this girl, killers are still on the loose while her family's still waiting for answers. Answers from the governor, answers from the AG, answers from the mayor, answers from the police department. Like I said, the police department need to be all fired. Need to reform that police thing. The man needs to be held accountable. The governor should take some heat, and so is the AG. Because this is negligence. Ahmaud Arbery's people are waiting for a trial, I believe. Or they on trial. George Floyd's family, same shit. Why not this? One of the officers for Rashad I think was arrested or fired. I'm not sure. But Breonna Taylor's people, they still on the fucking loose. Don't understand that shit. It's crazy. This justice system really sucks. That's why that Justice and Policing Act is so important. So important. And Republicans want to pass some sham fucking bill talking about, this is good, and the only black senator on the Republican side who has a great bill. No. That bill is an extension of Donald Trump's pro-police executive order. Patting the police on their back and giving them money to do what? Harm our people? Bullshit. And I'm so sick of these disinformation campaigns too. I think I'm fed up with some parts of this year. Maybe because I'm doing work at home in terms of like fixing up my house. Also doing people's resumes, which I have a resume page. Follow me at Seaberry Consulting on Instagram. Like, I have so much other stuff going on, but some of this shit really makes me mad because I just feel like I'm living in the twilight zone. I'm 34 years old. I voted for a formidable candidate who I thought would change everything, but people voted and people stuck to their misogynistic, racist shit, bigot-ish stuff, and voted for this New York Queens sewer rat in the White House, disgracing our country, making us look like assholes on a national stage. And now that we are a national embarrassment, we can't even go to Europe. We can't even go to the West Indies. We can't go to Africa because we have the worst number of COVID cases. We have the highest and the worst, just the worst preparation and the worst handling of this case. Like, I'm so tired. I do this live stream, call it a podcast, call it what you ever want it, because I like to spread my knowledge to people. For those who know me personally, I always talk politics. I talked politics for a very long time. And I incorporated my business knowledge because I have a degree in business, and I put some terminology in there because business and politics are tied together. In my school, it was ranked as, in the liberal arts as a group 2. That's what my school used to call it. So a lot of my classes were in that group 2, including some of my history classes, which I have a slight minor in history. Because I took some U.S., especially concentrated in U.S. history. And, with all of my knowledge and all of my reading and all of my research, I spent hours doing these kinds of research so I can bring actual substantial facts to you and not just rhetoric, because I hate rhetoric. I hate made up bullshit. I hate stuff like, for example, somebody told me something about the coronavirus is a hoax, that it came from the sky or the government. No, it's the coronavirus. It came from a bat. It was on the coast of China. It was in China. It spread it from China all the way through Europe and all the way through India and all the way through Russia and Australia and I said Africa, right? And across the pond in the United States. It went to on the west coast of the U.S. and then, you know, people from Europe was coming here on the plane from Queens. I knew it came from Europe because I'm like, that's a long travel from China. But anyway, it is here. So when I say disinformation, do your research. Ignore the disinformation campaigns. So many people, even some I'm cool with, bring disinformation campaigns to me and not just be like, keep that bullshit away from me, because I actually read. And I actually go on university websites. And these are scientists that do the research. So don't come to me with that bullshit. Don't. Because I ain't trying to hear it. But keep yourself informed. Please. And keep yourself safe too. Keep yourself safe. Wear a mask. Wear a glove. There's also gloves you can order online. You can order gloves at Old Navy. You can order gloves at Target. You can order gloves at the Gap. You can get fashionable gloves that don't itch your face, because I know some people, they break out. I know for me, I can break out sometimes. And I wash my face every time I take off my mask. Sometimes I do like a cleansing with my Clean and Clear. Whatever you wash your face with, or even a soap or water, you want to wash your face after you take off the mask. Or if you want to put like some type of napkin inside the mask, you can, so your face won't break out, or some type of soft cloth. Or even if you got the talent skill, make it your mask. God bless you, because I can't make shit. As smart as I am, I'm not the creative person. That is my eldest sister. She does that shit. That's what she does. She creates masks. But be safe, continue your social distance, wear your mask, but also do something fun during this coronavirus. Talk to your friends, have virtual parties, virtual conversations with your friends. I know I talk to my family virtually because I can't see them. And some of my friends, I watch their live streams. Do something that will soothe your mind, but also stay informed too for like 10 minutes of your day. But do something fun. Do your own nails. Give yourself a spa day. I did my toenails. I'm about to do my nails soon, but get yourself some good time. And also, I have looked for braiding spots because I need to get my hair braided next month. So anybody can drop in my DMs and tell me a good braiding spot where they can wear their mask. That's fine. So anyway, you guys have a nice weekend. I'll see most of y'all on Monday. But just continue. I will have a video of the coronavirus because that's something that I always do every day, because that's impacting us. So look for that. But my full length thing, I'll see you on Monday. Have a great weekend. Enjoy and stay hydrated.